Obviously in this video I've covered quite a lot of the journey that I've been on. All of this time I've still been running my other business, which again is like so time consuming with the sportswear business that I was already doing, running the fishery, dealing with staff, which I've never done before, which has had its own pitfalls, if you like. I've been very lucky with Dickie. Another guy that I want to mention that I hadn't mentioned up to now is Bill. He was an angler, a member that fished here. And he said to me, look, I'm retired, like, do you mind, or do you want me to help you do a bit of gardening or some bits and pieces? And I said, well, look, if you want to do that, that'd be great. So we started doing 2 or 3 days a week, that's all. Well, say that's all. In them 2 or 3 days, smashed it out of the park. They don't make people like the old school do. They're both in their 70s, Dickie and Bill, and they work together as a double act now. But obviously, Bill joined Dickie a little bit later on, and yeah, he's incredible. I couldn't be without him. They now do Mondays and Tuesdays together. They do anything from putting my bins out to obviously maintaining and weeding the flower beds, cutting the grass, cutting back all the bushes, loads and loads of stuff. And he's been amazing. So I do want to say a massive thank you to Bill as well. But like I said, the pitfalls of staff, I'm no good. I'm a one-man band before and away from this. So I'm not used to having to tell people what to do. Don't really feel too comfortable with it, but I'm getting there, managing expectations, etc. But we've had some really good staff that might not have worked out. But at the end of the day, the staff, like Jack, amazing. We've got Rob now, new bailiff. We've got Charlie, who's doing work experience this week, and I had Jake, who did work experience last year. Jake's now doing Saturdays for me. I'm hoping Charlie might want to do the same. So they've done really well, and that's definitely something that was worthwhile exploring, like the work experience side of it. But the tackle shop is another thing I want to talk about. It was a lovely big space. It's about 1,700 square feet. It didn't really have too much in it at the time when I took it over. And being in sales, as I have been all my life, I really wanted to explore where we could take that tackle shop. Not to compete with Angling Direct and the like, but just to make sure that my members have got everything on site that they need. And anyone else in the surrounding area that wanted to pop in and pick bits up, then obviously we're here for them as well. That's the case. You don't have to be a member of the Lakes to use the tackle shop and be a customer of Churchgate Tackle. So that's something that I want everyone to know and remember. We're here, SS11 7QR, you know where we are. Come down. I've turned that tackle shop into a really, really well stocked shop of elite brands. There's not loads and loads of different brands. You've got Ridge Monkey, you've got Nash, you've got Corda, you've got Tracker, you've got Vass. We've got Delkim, which again is a limited. You can't buy Delkim everywhere, so I'm very honoured to have an account with them. Mainline and Parker Baits, brilliant boys, as I've mentioned before. All of those brands, they're here. I support it, they support me, and my members can get anything they want on site. If they forget something while they're on the swim, we'll even deliver it for them. So that's definitely something that I've turned around, improved, and I'm very, very proud of that side of the business as well. So along with the tackle shop, another side of the fishery that I've wanted to concentrate on, if you like, and develop is the food offering. Obviously people come with their little picnics and their stuff to cook their own stuff on the bank. Ridge Monkey do great cookware for that. But eventually I want a restaurant here. I'll come on to that in a minute. We decided to just start making sandwiches to deliver to the anglers, because there was a cafe here originally, and the previous bailiff used to cook. He'd take their money, he'd check their rigs, etc., and he'd cook their food as well. So there was always been a food offering here, but I wanted to make it a little bit special. So Gemma, my fiance, as I've mentioned, she started doing the bacon sandwiches, like breakfast, sausage, egg and bacon, that sort of thing. We'd deliver it to their swims. She then started doing burger and chips, apparently better than Five Guys. I do agree with them actually. I've just never had a Five Guys to know. Lasagna and chips. We're looking to elaborate on pizzas and things like that. So we're developing that, but what I've got a plan for, and we're going to be leading on as we finish this video, of where I'm going next, is we've got a new kitchen being built at the moment. So it's going to be a fully operational kitchen where the food for the swims and the anglers will be covered, but also we're going to put dining pods on the green outside the tackle shop. So people can come outside of the lakes. They don't have to be anglers. You can come down for a bite to eat. We'll get a chef, full-time chef on there. Sorry, I thought that was a bite then. Full-time chef, and then, like I say, a food offering for our anglers and also people from the outside coming in to see these beautiful surroundings. So the kitchen's on its way. The food, the dining pods will be on their way. But I've also got planning permission for a new restaurant. But the only reason it's not been done is purely financial reasons, and the fishing and everything else is more important at the moment. So there's a new restaurant that's going to be happening in the next couple of years maybe, and it'll have a decking area on the back of it overlooking the bottom lake, and that's going to be amazing. So watch this space for that. But at the moment, the dining pod's on the green, the new kitchen, full-time chef, and there'll be some great food. There's already great food offered by my beautiful fiance, but there will, as you see as well, on some of the videos on this YouTube channel, where we explore and we show you about the quality of the food, because I'm really proud of that. But yeah, that's what's going to be coming, and I think you'll like it. I think it's very important for someone that's doing 48, 60, 72 hours to be able to have a shower and freshen up and just feel good about themselves. So we've got one shower at the moment. It's an electric shower with pump, so it's a good, it's a great shower. It's basic, but it's all they need. But we're building new toilets and showers up on the top lake. It's been on the calendar for a little while, and it's probably been frustrating a few of my members that it's not been done yet. But with family bereavements and certain personal issues that I've had, it's sort of been put to the back burner. Because we have got a shower, it's not been the most important thing. But that's what's going to be happening. We're going to be developing them this summer. So 2025, we'll see a new toilet block. There'll be a ladies' toilet that's purely only for the ladies. So the men aren't allowed to go and make that all smelly and horrible. And there'll be two brand new showers that you can go and use as well, freshen up, and carry on enjoying your session in the comfort of new clothes and like I said, a nice fresh feel. And that's what you've got here to come at Churchgate Lakes. With my golfing background, golf buggies and obviously the comfort of using those to get around the course was something that I've obviously experienced and known about for a long time. I wanted to bring that to the fishing. It's a massive benefit, I think, to the anglers, because these barrows, they've made power barrows to make it easier, but it's a lot easier to not have to push anything at all. So one of the things that I brought in here at Churchgate, and it's totally free and included in your membership, is the buggy runs. So we will pick you up from your car, we'll take you to your swim, wherever that may be, and then when you finish your session, you can phone the shop, say, pick us up in half hour please, or book a time, and then we'll come and pick you up and we'll take you back to your car. I think that's invaluable. The amount of stuff, if you look at what people take for a 48-hour session, everything but the kitchen sink. And the fact that we've got these buggy runs that are free, you can put whatever you need in the car, take it to the swim, you haven't got to lug it around, and you don't get to the swim out of breath, exhausted, stressed out, sweating and not ready to go and enjoy your session. So that was one of the things I brought to Churchgate that every member gets as part of the service, and I really am proud and pleased that we do that. Another great benefit to my members is the carp care kits that we supply for them. So with the risk of KHV, I don't want anyone's kit coming from another lake that's not been totally dried and using it here and then eventually maybe killing our fish. So we supply through Tracker a sanctuary crib, has no metal in it, it's totally safe for the fish, 50mm mattress in the bottom of it. It floats for the fish that we need for when the anglers need to get in the lake for a 30-pound or bigger, and it's really, really safe. So we supply that along with a flotation sling. Obviously the rules here, you have to take the fish out with the sling, not just the net, because the nets aren't strong enough, and if you do catch the rig in the netting and in the mouth, then the fish can be damaged, and we don't want that. So we supply the slings, which obviously they're flotation, and we can use them obviously to weigh the fish, and then 2 nets as well. Those nets, no matter how smelly and wet they are, they don't have to go back home in the members' cars. We take them back, we wash them, we prepare them, dry them, and get them ready for the next session that someone's going to use them. So providing the carp care kits for our members is obviously a great perk. It's a great feature of their membership. It keeps the fish safe, like I say, and it makes it a lot easier for them not having to take nets home and disinfect them and dry them and clean them up. So it's a win-win for everyone. That's the journey so far. But the last thing that I want to talk about, and the most recent improvement to the lakes that we've done, is the removal of the silt from this middle lake. This middle lake was the original members lake. It was the first lake that was ever dug. It's probably, well, it will be the oldest lake of the 3. So therefore it's had the most chance of getting leaves and debris and whatever makes silt up. But we were losing 4, 5 or even 6 foot in places of water capacity because of that silt. That wasn't good enough for me. I wanted to change that. I wanted to make the lake and the space that the fish have to swim around bigger. So I decided to get good friends of mine, Pegram and Son. The dad, Robbie, actually dug these lakes originally, so he knows these and knows exactly what we needed to do to get that silt out. And we started a major job, which 2 days in, I was literally thinking, what have I done? But we smashed it. 2 weeks it took. We took 3,000 tonnes of silt out. You'll be able to see videos. We're going to be doing a video about that separate from this. But we took 3,000 tonnes of silt out. We've got a nice clay bottom now. We've got 10-foot bowl feature up the other end in front of swim 10, which was 5, 6 foot before, which is ridiculous improvement. Really proud of that. That's the latest major job that we've done, and really sums up the 5 years that I've been here doing what we've been doing. And I don't really know what's next. I'll have to see. I'm always striving to make Churchgate better and better for the members, more attractive, attract more people wanting to fish here. That's the whole point of the YouTube channel, so you can see what goes on, not just behind the scenes, but what this place is all about and what you guys are missing out on. So that's really where I want to take it from now on. And if you want to join me on that journey, subscribe, follow us, and enjoy.